Hey guys, picked up one of those Vevor diesel fuel heaters. So this will be kind of an unboxing testing video. Trying to figure out some type of supplemental heat for the garage here because I got the electric bill and oh good god, this last cold snap about killed me financially. So I'm gonna give this a shot. Open it up, see what we got. To see if the hype is true or is the hype just a sequel. Let me mount this camera on the tripod and I'll be right back. Alright, well, problem one is we got a broken handle, as you can see right there on the camera. So this is not looking promising right off the bat. But we got instruction manual. Exhaust pipe. A very squished air duct. And another tube that's shoved inside of it, which is probably the air intake. You got a little vent, a little air muffler. Regular muffler. Some clamps and wire. Well, since we got this damage here, I'm gonna have to open it up to be safe. Oh yeah, she was squished pretty hard. Got internal damage too. Grab a photo of that. Fuel tank does not look damaged. That's a big plus. Now, the case is definitely thin metal, but for what it is and what they asked for, I don't expect it to be super quality. Okay, well, let's try customer support and see how this works. Alright. Alright, well, talk to customer support, send them some photos, and now we'll see what happens. But what I'm going to do right now is finish putting it together and test it to see how well it works. If it works. Okay, so now let's figure out which is the air inlet and which is the outlet on the exhaust. Okay. So that should be air in. Maybe that's closest to the fuel line. And that should be exhaust, because that's the furthest away. Ooh, and that end's squished too. And that's about as tight as that's going to get bent. Yep, that will definitely not make the curve. Alright. Well, that is close to flat, so that will temporarily work. And now we have our muffler. There's our drain hole at the bottom. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need to prop this up a little bit on something. Okay. That'll work. We'll get a little fuel on here and find something to stand this on. Alright, well here's a little test setup. Got my 12-volt jump box wired in the back of the heater. Got a control panel. One thing I did notice was the negative wire back here was loose, which is not a big deal. I just had to snug it up real quick. And then we got a control panel, which unfortunately with the sun I don't think you're going to be able to see it on the camera. No. So let me bring you back once I get the heater running to see what we got. Well, we got fuel pump clicking. We got fan going. We do have exhaust coming out. So she's coming alive. Now we just wait, see what happens. You can see she's still working air bubbles out of the line, so. Oh yeah, exhaust is definitely warm. See her starting to smoke off in there. Hoping it's not a fuel leak. Definitely got warm air coming out. And let me change his battery. Okay, well, she's up and running. Ambient air temperature is about 60 degrees. Coming out of the heater, you're looking at, on the coil itself, approximately 300. Yeah, we'll say that the average is 302. It's definitely hot to the touch. Oil's burnt off the exhaust. I don't know what people are complaining about. This pump is really quiet. Maybe the older versions had a loud pump, but this pump is pretty dang quiet. Then again, it could be half deaf too. The loudest part to me is the fan motor. Air inlet temperature. It's 60 degrees. Yeah, part of the body right there is about 112. And she's roughly 300 to 310 on the coil. We'll see how they handle their warranty stuff, but the warranty department was very receptive and all, sent them photos, and then I'll pass my final judgment. But if they cover what's broken, I'll say it's a decent product.